Hello, my name is Nita Stryker, founder of Body Led Singing, and I'm going to explain to you how you can either sing or speak from a released breath. Now, every aspect of singing is connected to every other aspect, so there's not really a way to talk about one topic in isolation, but I'm going to give you an idea of how to set yourself up for both singing and speaking with a released breath. Now, first I'm going to describe what does it mean to sing or speak with a released breath. And as I'm defining it, what it means is that there's a wave of resonance, there's a wave of sound. So if you're listening to how I'm talking, I'm speaking words and those words are on top of the wave of sound. But underneath everything that I'm saying, there's this constant ah. And I can put words on top of that and the resonance doesn't stop. And it's natural and it's simple, and the only way to really describe it is to describe how not to do it. So many people talk in the opposite way, and that would be kind of putting the brakes on in between words, and feel how it kind of gets held in the throat here because I'm putting the brakes on. And that's very different than releasing the breath. And when I release the breath, you probably just all go, ah, like it just feels so good. There's kind of a magnetic, I actually want to listen to people when they talk that way quality. And it's exactly the same in singing. We want the resonance and the breath to carry us through from the beginning to the end of our phrase. All right, so now I'm going to describe the technical aspect of how to create that, both in our singing voice and our speaking voice. And to do that, really the most important part of singing and speaking is how we set ourselves up. So it's that stillness and that silence, that moment when we're not doing anything, no sound, just release. Just release of the diaphragm that determines everything. What I mean by that is it's our inhalation that determines the quality of our sound that is to come. So that's where we're going to start with this explanation. So first we need to learn how to breathe, and I'll make that description brief because I know you've watched other videos and learned how to breathe. And I'm standing up so you can see my upper body and how the physics and anatomy of breath and singing works. So first step is you want to align your posture, and there are many ways to do this. So whatever your way is of aligning your posture, just for now, just use that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. The important part is that your spine is long all the way through the back of your neck. And then there's the special addition to posture and singing, which is wide ribs. So one way to do that, to know that you're using the musculature to keep your ribs wide instead of just inhaling a lot of breath, is to actually get your ribs wide when you've exhaled your air. So just get your ribs wide without inhaling. And it goes like this. You inhale fully, you exhale fully, and then without taking an inhale, you get your ribs open. So it'll look like this. There's kind of a little lift. And then when you inhale, and notice I can still talk because I'm stretching my diaphragm wide by getting my ribs wide. So my voice is still really free. I actually don't need very much breath at all. And the truth is you will take in a little bit of air when you get your ribs wide, and that's fine. So then you release the diaphragm, and as you do, you want to maintain an even angle in the chest. So what not to do is, and notice that my voice isn't very free right now. So you get your ribs wide, and then you inhale, and then you exhale. And notice I could just keep going forever. I haven't even taken a breath and I'm still speaking. So that's basically what you do. The moment that you exhale and create sound, the moment your vocal cords are engaged, is called an onset. And the quality of our onset determines the quality of sound that is to come, both in singing and in speaking. And you can think of it like the analogy of a car. You wouldn't press on the brakes to start your car. It would go like this, and it would just be too much for the engine to start out. You kind of like ease into it. And then once you get going, you can go quite fast. And then once you're going and you're going fast, if you're on a freeway, you're not going to press on the brake and release and press on the brake and release and press on the brake and release. Instead, if you want to adjust the speed, you'll work with the momentum of the car. You might remove your foot from the gas pedal and just let yourself glide, and then you can put the gas pedal on again. So it's similar with singing. When we initiate the sound, we don't want to push it out. We don't want to go, ah. That'll create a glottal onset, strains the voice, and you'll notice there's a simultaneous tension right here in your solar plexus, in your external abdominal muscles, if you do that sort of an onset. What we want to do instead is ease into it, and when we're first starting, it can help to add a little H. So, ah. And as you produce the sound, you're maintaining those wide ribs. So, ah. And then that easily turns into singing. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah. That's pretty much how you do it. And then you sing phrases